Hello, everyone. This is Angela Mrad, and welcome to my new podcast. If you're listening to this, you're in the right place. Just click subscribe and do it now. I'm really excited to share my new podcast with you. I want this to be a place where I can tell you about things I'm passionate about, where I share different things of my everyday life. You will get to know me on a deeper level. Welcome to my world. In life, you have to reach a state where you have nothing left to prove to yourself or to others. Just enjoy and live in the present moment. Today, I have nothing left to prove, but a lot to share. I'm beyond blessed. Let's talk a universal language, the one of cinema, my cinematic language. I want to talk about the language of cinema. What is it exactly? And we experience it every time we watch a movie. There are certain tools you use, and those tools become part of a vocabulary that is just as valid as that vocabulary that is used in literature. You need to know how ideas and emotions are expressed through a visual form, and you still have the same grammar, I should say. The grammar is spanning left and right, tracking, booming up and down, cutting in a certain way, use of close-up, what is a medium shot, a long shot, the different kinds of lighting, and how we use this element to make an emotional and psychological point to an audience. We look up at someone to make them look powerful. This happens a lot. Low camera angle can show us the relationship between man and God. You get the idea. The way a camera frames a character can tell us how to feel about them. Center is balanced and in control. Look up at someone and they look powerful. Look down at someone and they look weak. You can also make someone look small and alone. The content of a shot can create meaning. Also, editing is a key. You should know how to cut and when to cut. Early cuts make tension. Cutting late expand time. Exposing a shot for as long as we can and floating in and out of the time like our entire existence. A memory that fades with the age. Time is terrifying. Cinema and storytelling are void of being defined. Most of it focuses on the individual. You, me, and everyone else with their own specific personalities, who have their own definitions for storytelling, for art, and for life. Today, you can watch millions of films. One can look up, view, and enjoy from them. You can take what you like, leave what you don't, and with this knowledge, you can illustrate your own story. How we frame characters together can make suggestions of their relations to each other. Handheld camera movement makes you feel like you're there, and the camera movements is a key. This is the power of a frame and its composition and its ability to connect ideas. We can frame in a certain way, we can make reaction more important, we can change lighting, and we can move the camera. But what about how we combine these shots together? Editing is probably one of the most essential parts of a film language. If the shot is a word, then the way we arrange these shots is the way we form sentences and paragraphs in our story. Personally, I do it in a very poetic and philosophical way. Directing my screenplay and seeing my short come alive was one of my biggest dreams. When I originally wrote Feminization, Crossroads, The White Scarf, I never in a million years thought they would be screened at the iconic TCL Chinese Theater 6 in Hollywood, or Bollywood, Mykonos, Cannes, Brazil, Barcelona, Punta del Este, Italy, London, Spain, Venezuela, Athens, and much more. They were encircling the world, spreading a message of resilience and hope. And it's every filmmaker's dream to see his creation in cinema, the mother of all screens. Especially a full house in Hollywood. I'm feeling blessed. In Feminization, I wanted to share the idea of let's work together to build a culture of empowerment through conversations, writing, and art that amplifies the voices of women and especially marginalized women in a patriarchal society. In my shorts, Crossroads and The White Scarf, I wanted to create moments of tenderness in an unequal universe, torn between injustice, intolerance, fanaticism, and ethnocentrism. that one cannot imagine. I wanted to illustrate my own philosophy of life and my way of seeing things with a very poetic and mysterious style. I wanted to ask myself and at the same time ask you questions in relation to our destiny and concerning human existence, and to question things with my own philosophical, poetic, cinematographic language, and it seems that I succeeded. Dialogue, color, mise en scène, performance. You cannot simply write how a character is feeling. It needs to be visually shown. If you state that this scene feels unreal, then the actor will take that to reflect their performance and act shocked, communicating to the audience how they feel instead of telling them through dialogue. An establishing shot is typically the very first shot of a film or a scene. As we know, a film consists of film sequences that fall into scenes that again are composed of different shots. As the name suggests, an establishing shot sets up the narrative visually. As it's the first shot we get to see of a scene, it's important to get that first impression right. There's an openly secret language spoken by every film. It has not much to do with what our favorite characters say or do, but rather with how they're presented and the impact this has on the audience. In a well-crafted movie, nothing's left to chance. Speaking the language of film enables us to make what we see and hear describable. Once we understand how these cinematic devices work, we may appreciate a film's aesthetics even more. Filmmaking is my passion. Impossible is not a fact. I believe in the power of cinema. Thanks for listening. Ciao for now.